In this video, we are going to talk about the verb, the other important part of speech. So we had noun in the last video, and in this video, we have the verb. So what is it? A verb describes something that you can do. Can you run? Is this an action? And if it is an action, it is definitely a verb. What about think? Can you think? Is it something you can do? Well, hopefully most of us can think. So yes, think is a verb. So it doesn't actually have to be a physical action like running, but as long as you can do it, such as think, that word is a verb. So let's take a look now at a couple of verbs in an actual sentence. Starting with number 1, the boy runs. You should remember from the last video, the noun video, that boy is a noun. And what is the boy doing? Whatever the noun may be, boy, dog, cow. When you ask, what is the boy, what is the dog, what is the cow doing? The answer to that question is the verb. The boy runs. This is our verb. Now let's look at the next example. My friend John eats lots of food. John, it's a proper noun. Down under there. What is John doing? John, someone who eats lots of food. And here we have the verb. So again, up here we have the noun. Here we have the verb. In sentence 2, we have John, noun. Eats is the verb because it describes what does John do. Now that we've described what a verb is and how it functions in a sentence, we're going to talk about different verbs. In terms of time, present, past, and future. And this is what we call tense. Verb tense. So, starting with the first one. He speaks now. He is the noun. What does he do? He speaks. When does he speak? The question is, the answer is now, so we know it is present. However, sometimes you will not necessarily get a word like now. The reason we know this verb is in present is because of the form. The word speak or speaks shows that it is in present tense. The verb can change. If we look here at B, notice it says spoke. To determine tense in this case, again, present is now, past what has happened, future what will happen. We look at this word, yesterday. Yesterday is past us. So we know that this verb here is in the past tense. A is present, B is past. Finally, C, he will speak. This is something that's going on in the future, specifically next week. So we know that this verb here, and it is the combination of will and speak, is the future. So again, A is the present, B is the past, and C, the future. So now we have important parts of the verb is when it happened or the tense. And finally, we're going to have a few examples. And think of it as a game. Name that tense. Starting with A. I studied last night. When did you study? Last night. Is that now? Is that tomorrow? No, it has passed. So we have past tense of the word study or the verb study. And notice IED, the ED here, studied, duh. In English, the duh means it is past tense. The other slide we had a moment ago, you saw speak, and speak became spoke. And the reason why is because English is a funny, weird language, and some verbs are irregular. But I do not want you to worry about that for now. I just want you to know that most of the times when there's past tense and it's regular past tense, you look for the ed. What about B? She will give me an answer tomorrow. Will give. That is something that is happening, not now, but in the future. So will give is future. So there's our tense. Future verb. Notice, just like the other slide, will. Will shows it's going to happen in the future. So when you see that will, you know it is future tense. And finally, C. He likes algebra more than geometry. Great. Where's the verb? What's he doing? Well, he's liking. So we know that this is the verb. What is he liking to do? He's liking algebra more than geometry. Is he doing that tomorrow? Was he doing that yesterday? No, it's something he does now and he continues to do. And so we use present tense to describe ongoing states. And this ongoing state is his liking of algebra more than geometry. He likes, therefore, algebra more than geometry, present tense. And there you have it. We have learned what verbs are, and we have learned the different tenses.